Another day, another sleepy Preston. I went pretty late last night. I didn't know I did this though. I mean, which is perfect. That time my quitting time, perfect. We're pretty much out of seed. As you can see, actually wasn't looking at my seed level at all. I was just kind of sending it. Good thing I didn't run out. Last night, right after sunset, perfect timing, but also horrible timing. Brandon ended up breaking the corn planter again. His fault, but it is broke down right after sunset. Great timing because, hey, good time to quit for the day. You gave her a big smoke all day, and now you're gonna go home and maybe get a few more hours of sleep than you normally would have. Bad thing, it's Friday night. John Deere is closed, and now we have to pay a surcharge just to get them to walk into the store to give us our part. Guys, what do you think of my mustache? We're gonna rock this for a couple days. Farm's right there. He didn't have the furthest to walk home, but there's his mass destruction. That row should not look quite like that, or it shouldn't look like that either. He broke another set of parallel arms, so that's great. That little lousy rock right there is what he hit to break down. How does that break that? That's ridiculous. Maybe he, English is really hard, especially when you're tired. Maybe he hit a bigger one earlier on and cracked it. That smaller one just sent it over. I don't know. Or he was sending it over that one really fast because high-speed planter go high speed. Also don't know. I'm honestly pretty impressed though that we've only broke 2 parallel arms with that planter while owning it with how many rock we have. Like, I'd honestly say we're doing pretty good. We live in rock country. It's a lot of rock. Oh, I just saw Brandon leave the yard. That means he got a hold of a parts store and he must be going in to get them this morning. So that's a good sign. I'm probably gonna have to help him with that later. There is a lot of corn trash out here. So I'm out here seeing if it's the seed's still getting into the ground. It's a little nerve-wracking no-tilling into this thick of corn stubble, but I don't know, I'm always nervous, but it always seems to turn out and work out too, until it doesn't. As long as I don't see all the beans on the ground, there's at least some in the soil then. We also gotta dig through the hairpinning, because regardless how dry it is, you're still gonna have some hairpinning with all this corn trash. So there's a bean on top. Oh, push him in. There we go, good boy. There's another bean on top of the trash. Another one. Not what you like to see. And another one. Oh boy, this is not cool potatoes. What can I change? Buy a corn planter, or a bean planter I should say. Man, look at that moisture under there though. That trash is definitely holding that in. Oh my, that is beautiful. And soft too. This has not been tilled. I can just, oh, that's awesome. You can see it tried to slice this stalk in half. Leaves in the way. Didn't quite get it though. Yeah, see, this is what you don't want to see. Right here's a corn husk, or what held a corn, and the disc sliced into it and just laid that bean right on top of the piece of corn trash. I'll put you in the ground here, right where there's some good moisture, little feller. There you go. Talking to all my beans, telling them to do a good job, and I'm proud of them. So this corn trash is a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's a blessing because all this trash you can see is covering the ground, which helps hold moisture. As you can see, it's still very nice and moist. Like, that is amazing. But then you got this part where trying to no-till into it, you're struggling to get through it. I don't know, because then, so that row is okay. I'd say I got enough of the beans on the ground to where they'll compensate each other and do okay. But then the row next to it, the trash even gets thicker because it's right next to the corn row. I'm scared to dig through this because that is not slicing through. There's a bean, there's a bean. That little guy's down there in the dirt. He made it through all the trash. Proud of you, feller. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to weigh out my options. Do I start seeding this field at an angle? Do I try speeding up? Because am I thinking backwards? Does speed help me slice through that trash a little better? Even though my row units bounce. Is too slow not a good thing? I don't know. We're gonna have to play around today. This is very, very thick and I want to do a good job. One thing I was thinking I could do to help with my slicing through the trash and getting that seed into that soil is maybe dropping the drill a little bit deeper. I just dug in a bare spot in between a row and checked my seed depth. We're at 2 inches. I cannot go any deeper than that. I don't like the job this is doing. This is probably some of our thickest corn trash. There's some really, really big plants here last year. This morning at least, I don't love the crunch either. Definitely not the driest. So I'm in no hurry to get going, that's for sure. And I mean, by rights, our agronomist at least tells us in your good areas, if you got 90,000 seeds in the ground, you got enough, they'll compensate. And then your poor areas, if you want a little more. Well, the poor areas, there's not quite as thick of trash, so I technically should be getting more. Ideally, for these conditions, a planter would definitely be, I need row cleaners. If I want to no-till into this, that's what I need. I need some row cleaners. Yesterday we got the pump loaded on the trailer. Now the fertilizer showed up. We're getting the fertilizer loaded up. Whatever that is, I don't know. It's gonna be our starter fertilizer for a few acres to see if it pencils out and we get a return on investment by yield bump. We're gonna put this stuff up against what the heck's it called again? Inhabit P starter fertilizer. I honestly hope none of them pencil out because they don't gotta deal with the crap. But if they do, awesome. So the other day, my tractor AC was not working anymore. And it turned out my radiator was just plugged. JT says his AC is not working anymore either. So I'm hoping it's a radiator plug. Well, that's not cool. I'm gonna have to address that. My front disc is down. And Nibbles must be really tired this morning. I feel your pain, brother. I don't know why. This mini excavator, mice love it. We always have to have traps sitting there. And it seems like we always catch them. Yep, I think I could safely say that is definitely why his AC was not keeping up. Brandon's back. He's like, stop. I need help now. So now we're gonna go help him because the planter is the one that's behind right now and most crucial to be running. Actually, instead of pulling out the radiator in this tractor, I should have been up there taking the planter apart. Like that's how crucial it is that that thing is running. Oh, right on top of the hill where the wind can just soar over and it's windy up here. It's gonna be a distant torque part. I'm gonna put you guys down so I can hustle. You watched me do this the other day, so if you want to watch me do it again, go back and watch that video. Well, we got the planter put back together, but since that hydraulic downforce blew apart and is blowing all the oil everywhere, he's now low on oil. It is getting filled up. Oh, that looks cool.
Why is that rusty?
I don't know, Joey. Oil shouldn't be rusting stuff. I pressure washed the radiator out of this tractor because it was absolutely horrendous. Old bean trash and such. The front rank on the drill here settled down, so I opened the valve and lifted it up and shut it again. I'm thinking it's just got a slow leak. The drills are getting old, kind of to be expected. You know, I always joke about how it's always windy and never not windy in North Dakota, but I've never seen it like this. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's very windy. Try to turn the camera back side of the wind. It's basically supposed to consistently blow 30 miles an hour for the next 5 days. Or no, not 5 days. It's Saturday now until Wednesday. Consistent 30 miles an hour. Not even at night is it really supposed to drop down according to what my weather app shows. I really hope the soil erosion stays to a minimum, at least in our fields. Prayers to the rest of you guys out there that are tilling right now, or have to till. Yeah, it's not cool. Okay, JT and I are out here. I'm trying to figure out what our best bet in this corn stalks is gonna be, like just what's gonna be optimal. So I got him, before I go out there, I got him driving 3 miles an hour. I'm gonna see how that does with the row units bouncing and see how much seed's in the ground, see how it's slicing the trash. And after that, I'm gonna have him go like 6 miles an hour, see how that does. Maybe I might have him do a really sharp angle, see how that does. But it is extremely windy out there, so I'm not gonna bring you guys out there while I do it. And there's really good moisture here. That's awesome. And a lot of worms. Holy. There's one bean, there's another bean, so there's two. No, I'm liking this. I'm actually not finding any beans. There's one or two. That's not bad though. The heck, yeah, them beans are in the dirt. That 3 miles an hour seems to actually be working. Really high trash area here. Oh my goodness. No way them beans got in the ground. Look at this. Like, you can't see any dirt. That ground is entirely covered. That is insane. Yeah, them beans was too thick. They did not make it in. Right there, they all sit on top. Bean, bean, bean. In this area, we're super thick. Literally none of them made it into the soil. Once the roller goes across it and we get good adequate rains, there is a chance that 20-30% of these make it and just start sprouting and growing. Most of them won't. They're just gonna rot and not do anything. With enough moisture and rain, I think after the roller goes across it, to kind of help set it into the dirt a little bit-ish, I do think we will get a small percentage of them. It's just part of the sacrifice of no tilling into corn stalks. I really do not want to till this field because we don't want to lose moisture. Like, we want to conserve all that moisture in there. It's sealed in, leave it in. Get that seed underneath all that trash. If it's a drought this summer, this will be the best yielding field because all that coverage help keeping moisture. So the first pass there, I had him go 3 miles an hour, and I think I actually really like the way that looked. I think probably a pretty suitable job. But we're gonna go from one extreme to the next. I'm gonna have them go 6 now. Okay, I had them go with the rows and try to set the corner right in between the two 15-inch spacing. Just going with it at 3 miles an hour and 6 miles an hour. 3 miles an hour wasn't bad, but I still didn't love it. 6 miles an hour, it was no bueno. I found a lot of seeds. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't, I don't know. It just sucks. I feel like I'm doing a horrible job, and I probably am. So now I'm having them go almost, like the rows go north and south, I'm almost having them go east and west. Not quite. I'm having them go at a really sharp angle across the rows. I'm gonna get out and dig and see what I think now. You know, this is only a quarter. Ideally, we should just have the corn planter plant this. The problem is the corn planter has a lot of corn to plant. Don't know what to do, what the right call is here, guys. I think regardless, I'm gonna see seeds on top. It's just what is the right decision. Do I come out here and hit my really thick low areas with a quick till and then leave my hilltops and the thinner areas? Do a little spot tillage? I really don't want to till this though, because look at this nice moisture. Like, it is so beautiful, especially when I pull an old corn plant. Oh, look at that. That's satisfying. That moisture down there. Unreal. Which is what we want. If I till it, then I'm uncovering it. Such a hard call to make. Well, for now, I don't know what to do with that corn stalks. With them corn stalks. They're so thick. I'm gonna think on it a little bit, and we're gonna go to some bean stubble fields and start seeding those. Well, it looks like someone was tick-tocking and seeding. What'd you do, JT? Oh, this is not good, guys. I know camera doesn't do justice at all, but I'm actually on a very, very steep hill, and I'm stuck. This time not in mud. I'm jackknifed, and I don't know how to get out. This is not cool. So yeah, you can't really tell, but I was coming downhill trying to turn, and then the drill just pushed my back end down, and now here we are stuck. Really don't want to bend my hitch, which I don't think I have, thankfully, but that's not how you're supposed to look at your track. We slid a long ways. I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna try and back up. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to unhook, I guess. I don't want to make this phone call to Joey yet. It's so steep I can't even get out of the tractor. Okay, we're looking better on the hitch here. No longer ripping up the track. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get out of this. Definitely not getting out of this. I am stuck. I need a chain. I need something to anchor this from going downhill so I can hook and then re-straighten out and hook back up. So gotta make a phone call. That is crazy how much this tractor slid down. I got help coming. I gotta unhook now though. And it's not like I was cruising. I was doing my normal 5.5 miles an hour turning around. Guess I should have been a little bit more careful on this hill. I didn't think much of it. I'm like, hey, I'm on a side hill. I just gotta turn around. But she pushed me, she jackknifed me. Now, time to unhook. At least I didn't break anything. Minus this lug that is slightly, I don't even know which one it was. Hopefully she lasts the rest of the life of the track though. I didn't ruin it completely. Okay, we gotta get the jack down. Why am I wearing a sweatshirt? It's like 90 degrees out here. I'm very grateful for this, honestly, because this could have been very bad. It's honestly kind of crazy. I'm looking at the camera and it does not look like there's a hill here at all. Like, maybe a slight, but like, guys, this is extremely steep. It's crazy. And I mean, it just goes to show how steep it is and how far the tracks slid and how big of a pile is pushed up on this side. I could have buckled the crap out of the hitch. I could have destroyed the track. Like, I could have done a lot of damage. You know, guys, I called Mason to come up and help me with the payloader to anchor this up. You can kind of tell how steep it is with this angle. So I didn't have to make the phone call to Joey, you know? Joey's still coming. He found out, guys. He found out. I was hoping he wasn't gonna find out until he watched this video. I wasn't gonna tell him, but he knows. Joey knows. Okay, pin is out. Payloader's holding. Now I just gotta try to drive away. All right, I think the crisis is over. We got her hooked back up here. This angle kind of tells how steep it is, right? Make sure my hydraulics work again and off we go. So one of two things happened there. I honestly don't know because it kind of happened very quickly. When I was making the turn and I clicked my auto steer button, it either didn't engage and it was still in my turn. Once I get so far around, just by habit, I let the steering wheel go. Engage auto steer and it grabs the line. It might have not have grabbed that time, I don't remember. Or it did grab, turned quick, jolted and then the ass end got pushed back. I got one of two options here. I'm in this bean stubble field, planting beans again, and then right over there is another one. I can just send it through this low spot with it unfolded, or I can fold up and then there's like a dry island way around, and then I can seed it back around that way. This would be a lot quicker and a lot more efficient without folding up and going all the way around, but it's looking like I gotta fold up and go around. This is pretty soft and squishy. I'm almost certain I would get stuck. That's why we walk it first. Now we're going around, and I got water in my shoe because I just walked in the water like a dummy. Okay, we just topped JT off with some seed here, and we're heading back out. We are done with all of our soybean stubble, beans on beans ground. So now I'm back to that corn where I didn't know what to do. I gotta come up with a plan. I'll show you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we're down here in this thick corn trash field. Like I was saying, we're having a hard time getting the seeds in the ground because it's so thick. We do not want to till it because that's gonna dry it out. We're no-till, trying to capture carbon and everything, and we are praying for rain because usually we're always too dry. So we do not want to dry this out. We don't want to till it. We want to get that seed, blow that trash to hold the moisture in, to hopefully grow a bigger crop. Here's my idea. Might be the dumbest idea I've ever had. It might be the smartest. I'm gonna seed at half rate with this machine. Yeah, I'm gonna seed at half rate with this machine. I'm gonna go at a sharp angle, a 15-degree angle. That's relatively sharp, and try to slice through this. Then I'm gonna come back with another half rate and go the other angle, which would be, I have no idea, a 345-ish, sure, I don't know. But that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna diamond pattern, I think is what you call it, this field, seeding that way, because I think I'm still gonna get some seeds on top of the trash. If I diamond pattern it, I should have more seeds not so far apart from each other, if that makes sense. So like if the disc goes across this right here, none of these seeds are gonna end up in the ground. But now if I come across with the second pass and all of a sudden I'm over here diamond patterning it, here there's no seeds, so like there should just technically, at least in my mind, be more seeds spread out evenly, therefore allowing it to compensate. And on top of that, I am gonna up my population by probably 20,000 just to put a few more seeds out here too. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna double seed it, 2 different angles. It's gonna take more time. Ideally the corn planter should honestly be doing this, but the corn planter has got to be planted corn and it can't. We don't have time. Too many acres for it to do. So we just got to the field here and unfolded. Every time we unfold, they like to do a check, make sure no hoses fall off. Like I've said a ton of times before, and I forgot to turn on my fan. Way to go, me! Fan on. Oh, he's got his lights on already. I won the light game. No hoses are off, seeds out of every boot. We're good to go. The reason I meter it out to make sure it's coming out is just because, like, you don't want to be leaving streaks. Who knows? Like, yes, my hose, if I visually look, might all be on up here. Yes, I know this one's off, it's from my front rank. But what if my hose back here is out of like the boot and it's like it hit a rock and broke it, which has happened before, and then this hose is just hanging there and I don't know it, and the seed's not actually getting in the ground. So I physically meter some out to make sure seed is coming out the bottom of the boot where it's supposed to, every single time I unfold. And right for slew. Definitely a little muddy. Well, that was a good day. I think I'm gonna call it a night. And I'd like it to be sunny and hot while I'm going through those corn stalks. Makes more sense to slice through them when it's warm out. Didn't get the most acres done today because we did a lot of small gardens, and the gardens have a lot more turning ground, and a lot more turning ground is downtime. And then some horrible operator decided to go jackknife the drill, so that definitely had some more downtime. If you guys want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button, it's free, and leave an end of video comment so I know you're still watching. Today's end of video comment, I want to be farm again. Thanks for watching, guys. End of video comment, farming instead of farm this time.